He is the founder and CEO of CrimeReports in Draper, Utah. CrimeReports is the largest online resource for crime information, offering software tools for law enforcement agencies. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you, Chairwoman Velasquez, Ranking Member Graves, and members of the committee. My name is Greg Whisenant. I'm the founder and chief executive officer of Public Engines, Inc. We make the CrimeReports.com website. I founded CrimeReports.com in 2007, and as of today, we work with nearly 1,000 law enforcement agencies throughout the country to build the National Crime Map, which will give every American free access to street-level crime information within 24 hours of its occurrence. We sell a monthly subscription to law enforcement agencies under a software-as-a-service model. We have a single instance of software code on the Internet that works with nearly any law enforcement agency's existing technology systems. We don't sell hardware, software licenses, or maintenance contracts. We do everything from the Internet, so we are very capital efficient. Our prices are often 1/100th of what our competition charges, so we have enjoyed exceptional growth in just 3 years. We work with law enforcement agencies in most of the districts represented by the members of the committee here, and we cover more than 20% of the U.S. population. I'd like to emphasize 4 key observations in my testimony today. Observation number 1. CrimeReports is a small business that uses technology and increasingly broadband to compete effectively and create jobs. Like many other companies in the United States, without the Internet's CrimeReports.com would not exist. And with it, we've seen exceptional growth. We currently have 41 employees, of which 30 were hired in 2009, mostly in sales and software engineering. The users of our service are not just law enforcement agencies, but ordinary members of the public whose ability to gain access to street-level crime data is made easier with Internet access. This is particularly important in public safety, where members of the public can change their behaviors to protect themselves, their families, and their property if they know what types of crimes are happening. My company's service does not rely specifically on broadband. However, as we've grown to support this vast network of agencies, our customers tell us that we could help them with new bandwidth-intensive applications. The limitations of these advanced applications are constrained by technology, in that the entrance fee to the toll road is simply too high. Although the invisible hand will solve many of these problems over time, we can move the needle in a meaningful way with the vision of where we're heading and a concerted effort to get there. Observation number 2. Broadband is vital infrastructure for technology and non-technology companies alike, and as an equalizer in business, it encourages innovation that benefits consumers. Like other conditions, such as education, access to capital, and a market that is largely unencumbered from excessive regulation, widespread access to broadband is a critical ingredient in economic recovery, and more so for long-term economic prosperity. It lowers the barriers to entry for people to create new and innovative technologies. It lowers costs for the delivery of content. It democratizes participation in the economy for entrepreneurs with new and exciting ideas. When I started CrimeReports.com, we had virtually no direct competitors. As we started to grow quickly to expand the National Crime Map, several existing software companies began to pay attention and released competitive products. The Internet and broadband were tools that we used to drive down the cost of providing our service, and soon other companies used these same tools. Today, we're focusing on efficiency, growing quickly, and optimizing our processes, but ultimately it is the consumers of our service, local law enforcement agencies, that are the clear winners in this textbook competitive market, where private companies are working to create the most value at the lowest price. By any measure, widespread access to broadband is an accelerator to efficiency. Those economies that achieve the highest level of broadband penetration will be the first to create the new efficient services that will take advantage of these high-capacity networks and will have an advantage in the long run. Observation number 3. Widespread access to broadband is a proxy for other types of investments in the economy. Part of the mandate of government is to foster conditions that will contribute to a strong and vibrant economy. During the economic downturn, much of the focus has been on stabilizing components of the economy whose failure would have had catastrophic consequences. Substantial resources have also been devoted to creating economic stimulus through various fiscal and monetary policies, including direct investment in key industries and, in many cases, directly in specific companies. Unlike other types of investment, renewed commitment to and investment in broadband is more like lowering interest rates. It is meaningful to all players and simply accelerates the timeline toward greater efficiency and innovation. Observation number 4. Widespread access to broadband is a driver in open, participatory government as the President has envisioned. In connection with its economic contribution, widespread access to broadband will put entire communities and individuals on more even ground, not just in their ability to gain access to information, but also in their ability to contribute and innovate in unexpected, creative ways. Government 2.0 is an emerging current example of how, when coupled with the right political leadership, The investments we have made in technology can break down socioeconomic barriers and evolve our democracy into one that is more transparent, collaborative, and participatory. Government 2.0 is a recognition that in many cases, today's problems are too complex to solve alone, either as legislators, administrators of government agencies, ordinary citizens, or private companies. We need to create the attitudes and technological vehicles that will facilitate contributions from experts and knowledgeable individuals to get the best answers. Fortunately, many of these technology systems are being established, but they are limited in their reach and could be vastly improved and accelerated with a more expansive deployment of broadband. As it has always done, the American economy needs to push through a continuous cycle of create, destroy, and repeat innovation to remain competitive. Among other technologies, broadband will be a driver. Thank you.